Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Nikki and I make cozy art videos and behind the scenes content of running my art business. So for today's video, I'm going to be chatting all about consignment. I did a video on consignment a while back when I had first gotten into my consignment stores, but now I have some news that I'm actually out of both of my consignment stores. So I officially moved out of my last one July 1st, but I just moved out of my first one last week. So I am pretty much just mentally checked out of both. My last few payments are kind of wrapping up, but I really just wanted to chat with you guys about consignment more in depth because I know more about consignment now and I've learned a lot from doing consignment for about 6 months now. And there's just so much information that I want to share with you guys. And also just why I decided to leave my consignment stores. This was not a decision that I took lightly, but in my mind, at first, it was kind of like a really sad decision. But now that I'm thinking more about it, I'm actually very happy and relieved that I made that decision. And there is so much more to look forward to for the growth of my business. So if you want to learn more about consignment, the truth behind consignment, and also why I left my consignment stores, then keep on watching and I hope you guys enjoy today's video. Okay, so diving right in, I started consignment with 2 retail locations and I am fairly new with my business. So I haven't been doing this for very long and I got an offer once I applied to the Makers line of boutiques. I got an offer to start with Makers Oshawa Center in Oshawa, Ontario, and then to start with Makers Upper Canada in Newmarket, Ontario. And when I got those offers that I had gotten accepted into the 2 stores, I honestly didn't even think about like the logistics of consignment. I was just so happy and excited to even have an opportunity like this upon just being so fresh in the art world. I really didn't even have a second thought about like what this would entail. So I just started with these 2 stores. I stayed in there for about 6 months. I started in February and I'm wrapping up my last one in July. So yeah, after being in consignment for just half a year, there's so much that I've learned and it was honestly just such a great experience. I don't regret starting with these stores at all. I think consignment is really dependent on the business owner and the type of business that you have because not every store is going to work out for you. There's different locations, different demographics of people, and different customer bases that want different things. So at least the stores I was in, I don't think that I had the right products for that location. I think although I did make sales and I definitely could see what sold better at each store, there was definitely not a high demand for my products. And also my business is not very well known either. So people aren't outright going to those stores to look for my brand. They are still kind of getting to know my business, getting to know my brand and what I make and what I'm about. So honestly, although I had high expectations, I'm not too let down because I know that I'm still very young and I have so much more growth to do. So this overall was just a smart decision to end my consignment with both locations. So there's about 4 main reasons why I decided to leave my consignment stores. I think these are all very, very valid reasons. A lot of them have to do with money and expenses and profit and all that sort of thing. So let's just dive right into the 4 reasons why I decided to leave consignment. So the first reason why I decided to leave my consignment store is because of inventory. So inventory is huge when you are doing consignment. There's a lot of demand for inventory. So with inventory, you have to do an initial stock for your shelf. So that means pretty much making your entire collection of items from scratch to stock that specific shelf. Since I was in both stores, I had to do that twice. So I had to purchase double the displays, make double the product. And February of this year was absolute chaos. I was also doing a market at that time. And I don't think I was ready at all to take on this challenge, but I did it. And I'm so proud of myself that I did. But inventory is such a high demand when it comes to consignment. It's pretty much your entire livelihood when you're there. You don't have stock on your shelves, you're not going to make sales. So that is the one thing that you always have to make sure that you are on top of, that you're monitoring, especially if there's theft as well in the store. You want to make sure that you are on top of the stuff that you're bringing in and stuff that's leaving your store. Of course, theft is hard to monitor, but it's good to know at least when you're monitoring your point of sale system and your inventory logs, at least you can kind of see a little bit of discrepancies if you know what's sold and you're monitoring your sales reports. Also, a huge thing with consignment is frequent restocks. So you have to go periodically and restock your shelf because, of course, if you've sold items, you need to replenish those items. So that was one thing that really, really took a toll on me as an artist personally, because I was a far distance from both of these stores. So having to, prep so many products in between markets and my day job that I also have, it was such a challenge to get down to these stores and do these restocks. It was honestly a really big challenge, and I did do it, so I'm proud of myself for that. But it's just one thing that you should consider is that you will have to not only stock your shelf, but pop in regularly and restock whatever's sold. Or also another thing to keep in mind with consignment is that just like if you were to have your own brick and mortar store, you want to make sure that you're always keeping your shelves fresh and you're making a high turnover with stock. So for example, think of your favorite store. Every time you go in there, you don't usually see the same stock every single time. A great example is like a clothing store, for example. There's always new things to look at, always new stock on the shelves, new sales, new promos, new things to look at and browse. So same thing with your shelf. You don't always want the same things there every single time a customer goes to visit your store. It's okay if there's your best sellers, but it's always good to add new products. So if you make stickers, maybe make a few new designs every couple months, or some keychains, add some new designs, maybe switch out a few that aren't selling good and add some in that are newer. It's just always good to flip out stock and keep things on a rotation so that there's never the same thing. And I think that was a really big struggle for me as well, because I don't have a super high budget when it comes to new products. So the easiest thing that I could make was stickers and sticker sheets and prints and that sort of thing. But higher ticket items was really hard for me to produce. I still haven't even produced sticker books. Keychains and foam grips are quite costly, but I just wasn't able to meet the demands of what I think customers really wanted. And there's so many stickers in the makers boutiques. I think every artist there does stickers, unless you're a jewelry maker or you make candles or that sort of thing. Stickers are so common. So I think it's just when a customer's browsing the store and they just see another sticker display, it's just you have high competition. So I think making my stickers kind of my bread and butter wasn't exactly sustainable, and just a good thing to keep in mind if you're thinking about doing consignment. The two things that you're really going to want to do is rotate inventory often, and also you're going to want to restock your inventory and make sure that everything is fresh and up to date on your shelves. So personally for me, that was a big challenge, at least where I'm at in my business right now. So the second reason why I decided to leave my consignment stores is because of travel. This one is huge because travel is so costly. And just to get to Oshawa from where I live, it's about maybe just over an hour. And then I also have to travel to Newmarket. So to go from Oshawa to Newmarket, that's another hour, maybe hour and a half, depending on traffic. So I'm spending about 3 hours in the car to just restock these stores. So of course, you're not going every 2 weeks. You're probably going every month or every month and a half. But just all that cost for travel was so expensive. And I like to do them both on the same day because when you think about it, you are saving more by just doing it all in one day. However, food, gas, time, all of these things are so expensive and so costly as a business owner. So going out for the day, of course you could pack a lunch, but some days you just got to eat out and you need a coffee on the road and that sort of thing. And gas itself is almost $100. So honestly, it was just such a costly thing to travel to the stores. There is an option with consignment to ship your products to the store. So keep that in mind if you are thinking about consignment. However, shipping costs in this economy are so expensive as well. So you're really not saving either way. So of course, if you're doing consignment in a city that is closest to you, so if you're doing it in Toronto and you live in Toronto, you can easily make your way over to the store. However, where I live, it was really difficult to get to the stores in a cheap, cost-effective way. So that's something that I really took into consideration when I was leaving my stores. Okay, so the third reason why I decided to leave my consignment stores is the initial investment and the ongoing costs. So for consignment, especially shop makers, I'm not too familiar with any other boutique, but shop makers in particular is a very, very costly consignment store. Especially since I took on 2 stores. That is just something that I was really ambitious towards and just decided to take on. So that was something that, of course, is a me decision. However, if you decide to do consignment, just keep in mind, you will have high upfront costs, not just for your rent, but also for your displays and to prepare all of your stock for your shelves. So just those 3 things, your rent, your stock, and your displays, all of that can add up really, really quickly. And I was doing it for 2 locations. So of course I could have just knocked down to 1 store and that would have solved some of my problems. However, I really wasn't making a profit at either store. They were kind of about the same per month, always kind of neck and neck. So there really wasn't any better choice. It was just an overall choice to just end my consignment. And when it comes to investment with consignment, your rental fee is the biggest thing that you will have to manage. Apart from inventory, it is such a struggle apart from all the other things that we have to pay for in our daily lives to manage a rental fee for a shelf. So just to be transparent with you guys, because I honestly just want to be as honest as I can, for both of my stores altogether per month, I was paying around $711. And to some of you, that may not seem like a lot, but to me and where I am at in my business and also just my income, that is a huge investment. And again, I am a very ambitious person. So I was like, I can do this. This is no problem. But it was actually such a high cost to take on. And just 1 store, just to give you an idea, is $355.95 with taxes included per month. So if you're not making your profit and you're not breaking even, that is completely coming out of pocket or partially out of pocket. And I really don't have that extra wiggle room of money at the moment to cover those costs. So that was just something that I had to make a wise decision on and just come to terms with it, that I don't have the money right now to pay for consignment and I'm not making enough at the store to cover costs. So keep that in mind if you ever decide to do consignment. Your rental fee will be the highest expense that you have. Okay, so the 4th reason and final reason why I decided to leave my consignment stores is because of profit. That is, I think, what we're all chasing when it comes to consignment for any market or event or just even your online shop. As a small business owner, you are chasing profit. And for me, that was very, 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 very low at my stores. Like, it was so bad. And I am still very confident in my products. I know that I have a very unique brand. Everything is completely 100% original art. I do not do any sort of fan art, not to discriminate if you do fan art. It's just, I put a lot of time and effort into developing my own character and my own designs, and I'm confident still in my art. I know that there's people out there that will want it someday, but unfortunately at these 2 stores, with the demographic of Oshawa and the demographic of Newmarket, they were just not popular. People definitely liked my products enough to purchase them here and there. Like, I did make sales for sure. I think one of my highest sales was around $25. So like, I did make sales. There were a few months where I did actually make a little bit of a decent profit, not enough to pay my rent, but a little bit of a decent profit. So there is people out there that want my products. And I did also get a lot of positive feedback from the staff at the stores. Actually, one of the staff members at Oshawa did actually purchase something from my shelf because she loves bunnies as well and has bunnies herself. So there is people that love bunnies out there and that want bunny related art. So I'm so confident in my art and I know that I will get there one day. But just with the makers boutiques, unfortunately, profit was not enough. Profit was not there and I didn't make enough to even meet my goal. Just to give you kind of a scale comparison, I paid in total for 6 months of being at Shopmakers, I paid almost $3,000 in expenses for just rent alone. That is not including all my displays. You include all my displays and fixtures and everything like that, probably would have been closer to $4,000. So yeah, it was a very costly venture. And income, I don't even think I hit a quarter of my expenses. So there was no income at all when you compare it to my expenses. And also, if you tack on gas and travel time and everything like that, yeah, I didn't even come close to covering expenses. So it was just a great, easy way to put myself in a lot of debt, which I currently have and I'm struggling to pay off. So just to be totally transparent with you guys, because this is not to discourage you from doing consignment at all. If you want to do consignment, do it. It's a great learning experience, of course, if you have the means to do it. But this is just a video to share my experience and to be as transparent and honest and open with you guys, because I do want to share my honest experience and tell you guys how great it was, but also the not so great parts of it. Another thing that I noticed with consignment is that I feel like it had a direct impact on my sales at markets, events, and my online sales as well. Because, for example, when I do an event or a market, it's usually in the same area as my consignment store. So it's in Toronto, which is very close to Oshawa and Newmarket. It's kind of sandwiched in the middle. So I feel like there's a lot of people that probably purchased from my shopmaker stores, and because there's no shipping fee and there's no travel cost to travel to these events, I feel like it was just an easier way for them to just shop at my local stores instead of buying from me at a market or at an event or even on my online store. And honestly, my main focus right now is building my online presence and my online sales. So while I think consignment is great, I think you also have to consider, are you doing any local events or markets, or do you have an online store that this consignment shop could directly impact? So overall, I don't regret consignment at all. I think it was such an amazing experience, such a great learning opportunity, and something that I would definitely want to return to again in the future. Once my business is more established, once I have more income and also more diverse products, I think I would definitely succeed more in other stores and succeed more once I have more products to offer people and something different that people don't see all the time. So yeah, I think this is not to discourage you from consignment at all. I think if it's something that you want to take on, do it as long as you have the means to. I think it's a great experience and you can really, really learn a lot about your business and also just customer bases in general and demographics and what people like, what people don't like, what sells in a certain area, what doesn't. So it is really, really great, and you do learn a lot coming out of it. I think when I was making the decision to leave both of my stores, it was really easy for me to fall into the trap of thinking leaving the stores was like a failure in my business and that I was taking like 10 steps backwards. But I think looking at it in a bird's eye view, I think leaving consignment was such a wise and smart business decision. And was overall a success because I learned so much. And honestly, experience is the most valuable tool when it comes to your business. I think the more experience you have, the better you can be as a business owner and make better decisions and just kind of navigate where you want to go next. So I think it was just such a great business decision overall. And I'm excited to see where Bunny Sprout goes next. I think where I want to shift my focus to the most right now, going forward into 2026 and into 2027, is I want to shift my focus more towards online. I want to upgrade my camera gear so I can make better content because it is in desperate need of upgrading. I want to be a better content creator because in turn that will just convert to just a better business model overall. I want to level up online, just make more sales, more frequent sales on my Etsy and online store, specifically my online store, and do more events, do more Artist Alley events, more markets, more conventions, meet more people, make more connections, just migrate more online because I'm already online, but I feel like I just need to be more focused online. And that's where I feel like you can really scale your business a lot is online. Like there's so much value with being online and you can do so much with it. You can offer physical products, digital products, you can create a course, you can do so much online. So I feel like online is just, there's so much untapped potential and I really, really just want to grow on there more. So although consignment was such a great opportunity, it's not for me at the moment and I have come to terms with that. It is just not the right decision for me right now. And as much as it was so much fun just having my own little shelf and decorating it and filling it with all my products, it was just not a smart decision money-wise, and putting myself into debt is not the way to grow my business. So I hope this gave you some insight into my experience with consignment, and I hope it didn't discourage you guys too much. Again, consignment is such a wonderful opportunity, and you should definitely try it for yourself if you have the means to and the opportunity to. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you learned a lot, and I hope this was entertaining to watch. I want to make more videos like this and just sit down and chat with you guys about my experiences, because I do think that there's a lot of valuable information in just what I've learned so far. I upload new videos every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so come back next week for a new video. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with a new video. Bye!